Hello. Hello. Yeah, sorry. There was again an issue with the internet connectivity because of the rains here in Pune. We are experiencing some problem. हा परत सुरू केलंय. Actually, there was a problem with internet connected failure झालं होतं. But now I have started now. Everybody can join now. Yeah, thanks. So, uh, I once again welcome you from the United Technologies. We are the authorized reseller of mastercam in India, and mastercam is everybody know that it's a global software manufactured developed in United States, but used everywhere. That's why this tool is cutting the global. So it's globally available everywhere in almost all countries of the world. Uh, so CAD CAM, as we explained in the beginning, also it help you manufacture most complex parts and produce the parts as per the design. And that's the reason the skills which are with the mastercam programmers is very high in demand. With the new manufacture, new machines, new cutting tools, and all new technology, you are able to utilize perfectly using the CAD/CAM software. So Mastercam had all those features to help you come. CAD/CAM advantages, we have also seen that we can complex part, integrate shapes, all such can be manufactured. Then effective utilization of raw material, that's also one of the very important, because wastage or the the raw material which is not utilized properly is a huge loss to the companies. So that's one of the important part. Productivity is very critical because everybody want to manufacture it as quickly as possible. As we all know that the era has gone when one part designed, manufactured and sold for years together. Like Premier Padmini was sold for so many years, Bajaj scooter was used to sold for so many years. Now with every year, every manufacturer has to deliver multiple models. So that's the reason the productivity is very important now. And eliminating the costly mistakes and wastage, that also played a vital role in manufacturing. Uh, Next is that because the parts are being manufactured at different places, so manufacturing with the correct tolerances, precision is also very important. When you see, like, it has a design module which can design the parts uh, normal with the wireframe or surfaces or solids. It can be used for 2D to 3D milling machines, which is a vertical milling machine or horizontal milling machine or inertial milling machine. Turning lathe can be Z-axis lathe. Many of you who have used CNC manufacturers in your workshop might be aware of that. Or once you see the video, you will be able to have a more understanding what is CNC milling. Okay, here because of the time limitation, maybe we will not be able to go through the turning areas. So multi-axis machining is the one which you are able to see on the screen. That's a multi-axis where not only X, Y, Z, but A, C or B or C. That rotary table will have to rotate in order to cut the complex part. Then there is a wire radial machining, which is non-conventional machining with the wire with a very high voltage. There is a spark taking place and the part is cut with the erosion kind of a thing, which is a high voltage erosion kind of a thing. Another is the router. Router is almost same as a milling machine, but more used for the plates machining or sheets machining, especially in shipbuilding area, aerospace industries, helicopters, where there are different ships are to be cut from the sheets for the utilization of material properly and manufacturing multiple parts in a bulk. So design, as we see, you can create surface, solids, you can have a different layers, labels, organize yourself for manufacturing, as you're creating any fixtures, tools. Whenever any you get a CAD part from customer, here mastercam has got almost all translators. If you want to do any project for one XYZ company, that company uses Creo, so you have a Creo translators. Another company uses SolidWorks, there is a SolidWorks translators. Somebody uses Autodesk, so there is a Autodesk. Apart from that, step, parasolid, these are the normal neutral kernel translators. So you are able to import that, create your project on mastercam, deliver it to the companies wherever you are doing the projects. Here, milling, when you say, so various applications are there. Maybe a die and mold industries is there, turbine blades are there, different sectors are there. So most complex manufacturing with high efficiency machining or high speed machining, that can be done here. So because of the user friendly interface, you can easily change the parameters and modify the programs accordingly. Probing is also one of the option available with mastercam, which can do on machine inspection. There is a simulation tool available within the software which help you show how the tool path is being cut. There are standard libraries, operation libraries, tool libraries, which will help you automate the manufacturing. I'll just show you a small milling video here. Yeah. So that was a part of milling application. In turning also the application is almost same, but what happens here, the cylindrical tool is cutting the the tool is cutting the cylindrical part, which is rotating on the spindle. You can see on the left hand side there is a spindle on. Okay, so we'll not be able to see in detail about the turning at the moment. Maybe in future we can have a separate session for that. I'll just have a look at there are some industrial users, education institutes who are proudly using mastercam as their important CAD CAM tool. When you look at like Army Base Workshop, uh, Central Scientific Institute and Research, so most of the very renowned institutions, like even Advanced Training Institute, BARC, Baba Atomic Research Centers, then Delhi Institute of Technology, BDL Bhanu. BDL is Bharat Dynamics Limited, which is a missile manufacturing company in Hyderabad, which is the government of India. And various advanced training institutes are there, engineering colleges are there, OPMA workshops are there, railway workshops. And you can see NTTF, KGTTI, that is Karnataka German government, then Government Tool Room and Training Center. NTTF all centers are using mastercam, Indo-German Tool Room all centers are using, all technology centers of MSME they are using mastercam. University of Pune, almost 100 colleges are using mastercam for not only teaching but they conduct examination also on the software. CTTC Bhubaneswar, CITD Hyderabad, TRTC, even Guwahati, you say, CTR Ludhiana, all such reputed institutes. GTR is a gas turbine research institute. HAL is a institute, they are using all ISRO units are users. So there are various engineering colleges, industries, because it is used in industry, it is taught in academic institutions. When you take a global scenario, it's a huge in demand. In India, you can see there is a lot of different opinions, but globally, Mastercam is number one brand. Those who are looking forward for going to US for career, Canada for career, Japan for career, so it's a very best option. So we got the best academic partner award. So photograph of that is shown there. So Mastercam team. So what we'll do now, I would like to take you to the live this one Mastercam interface, which Akash will take that. Handing over it to the Akash.
Thank you, Nitin sir, and good morning to all of you. So, as you can see that first machining operation in mailing, so we have to do first face toolpath or facing operation. So this facing operation we need some basic parameters. Okay. So what is face toolpath? Like in this toolpath, one can quickly clean the stock from the top of the part and create an even surface for future operation. You can pass the toolpath or either change geometry or on the current stock model. So there are some given basic parameters like arrow across, along overlap, approach distance, exit distance, and step over. Similar to that, for the facing operation, you will get some uh, types of facing toolpath like zigzag, one way, and dynamic, and one pass. This is the toolpath way. Okay, so given side there is a simulation video for the facing toolpath. You can see, just playing that. Okay, this is our facing operation, and this toolpath is like a zigzag. Okay, so let me show you the mastercam interface 2020. As you can see, there is a model, existing model. On this existing model I have to create facing operations. So first of all, for the facing operation, so we have to do first stock setup. Okay, for the stock setup we have to go to the toolpath manager. In this toolpath manager you will get properties, and in this properties you have to set the stock setup. For the stock setup we have to select the all entities, and after that give the value of Z for the facing. Okay, I have given that and display that. After that click on OK. After OK you will get the wireframe stock. Okay, this is our extra Z value 2 mm. And after that go for the operation from 2D toolpaths. Here you will get so many of toolpaths like contour, drill, dynamic mill, facing, dynamic contour, pocket, wheel mill. There are various type of toolpath in 2D. Okay, so first face. After click on the face toolpath, you will get a window for the chain selection. Okay, here we will get so many type of method for the selection, and we have to select the chain. After selecting the chain, you have to click on that. Okay, and okay, and after that you will get a window of 2D toolpath facing, and according to your application you have to select the toolpath type, which toolpath you are doing now. So I have to do facing, so I have selected face, and from next we have to select the tool. In this tool you can see that there are various types of parameters like tool diameter, corner radius, tool name, tool offset, length offset, head, diameter offset. There are the various cutting parameters, tool parameters are there. Okay, according to your application you can given the value of tool parameters or cutting parameters. And in this comment box you can write anything to for the operator, like this for example I'm writing here that fetching with as for my tool that I am using that or I will use. Okay, so for the tool you have to go to the standard tool library. For go to the standard tool library, you have to click on this select library tool. After select library tool you will get there are a lot of tool. Okay, if you want to filter that you can also filter. So after selecting filter I just got a face tool of 50 diameter and click on OK, and you can modify also that. On the right click of the tool you will go for the edit tool, and here cutting you will get cutting diameter, secondary diameter, overall length, cutting length. Okay, and which type of corner type you have on your tool you can give also that. After that finish on that, and just in comment I have just writing that facing with 50 tool. Okay, and coming to the next in holder, as for your facility or as for your availability of holder you can select the holder. Okay, I have selected BTC30016. And coming to the next parameters, in cutting parameters you will get the style that I have uh, told you in PPT, that you will get there are 4 types of style like zigzag, 1 by 1 pass, dynamic. Okay, basically the most preferred is zigzag, preferable style is zigzag, and here we will get the across overlap, along overlap, approach distance, exit distance. Okay, and step over also. After that here you can see that climb and conventional like up milling and down milling. And after that if you want to stock to live on floors, then you can give that value or 0. Okay, after that coming to the depth of cuts, in depth of cuts you can provide your depth of cuts value, like I am just providing 0.5. After that keep tool done. If you are selecting this keep tool done, then your tool not repeated time for the retraction or clearance. Okay, and coming to the next in linking parameters, this is the most important parameters. So in the linking parameters you have to select clearance, you can give the value of clearance, and all you have to set in absolute. Fit plane it's okay with incremental, and depth also in absolute. Okay, so as you know that it automatically select the top of stock. As you know we have given the z value +2, so it automatically generate that 2. And after that we have to select we have to just OK on this, and you will see the toolpath here. Okay, this is our toolpath, and this is our along overlap, this is our across overlap. Okay, so let me show you the 2D toolpath of this facing operation. Click on this black plot and you will get the 2D toolpath, how it generated, and play. Just see that how it cut that material for the facing toolpath. This is our 50% across overlap, this is a along overlap. Okay, and if you want to see in this 3D simulation window, then you have to go for this verify, and after the selecting this verify, you will get another window for the simulation. Okay, as you can see, this is our 3D simulation window, and just decrease the motion of the tool, cutting tool, and in this window you will get so many informations like move id, move type, and what type of operations that you are doing, and operation name, which type of tool that you are using. Okay, there are various type of informations that you will get. Okay, this is our simulation window. Let me start the operation. As you can see, the tool is coming downward and cutting as per our given depth of cut, given style, the cutting method. So this is it our for the fetching operation. Okay, and if we are talking about the ANSI code generate, how it generate, then for the ANSI code generating, you just have to click on this post selected operation, that G1 on G1. Just click on this, and post processing you have to click on the ANSI file and OK. And after the OK, he will ask for the root where the file will be saved. Okay, and I just that will be on the desktop and save. After that, you will get a mastercam code expert window, or in this code expert window you will get your NC code, all the NC code as per your commit. You will get this, just see. Okay, mail face pocket in. This is our all NC code generated. Okay, thank you. So coming to the next toolpath is our pocket toolpath. So basically, this toolpath is used for the clean out material from enclosed boundary, using the specified depth of cut. So basically, this toolpath is used for the roughing proposal. And here, similar to the toolpath, there are some basic parameters like rough cutting methods, step over percentage, entry motions, and depth of cut, or linking parameters, etc. So as you can see, there is a simulation video for this pocket toolpath. You can see the cutting method of this pocket toolpath, how it will cut that material from the workpiece. Okay, so for this, just let me show you the mastercam interface with this pocket toolpath. As you can see that here is a already existing material. On this existing material, I have to turn pocket. So for the pocket, I have to choose this pocket, and by selecting the chain, I have to select that chain, and at this time I have to remind that thing the arrow direction. Okay, so this is our toolbar type pocket. Coming to the next, in select library tool, suppose I have selected a flat end mill. Okay, according to your application you can provide your cutting parameters, tool parameters, and what is the holder, what is the cut parameters. You can, here you can see that stock to lever walls for the finishing purpose are. I just click on 00 because we don't need any finishing purpose. Okay, here, and here is the pocket types. You will get the pocket type standard facing. With the next roughing, in this roughing you will get some cutting methods like zigzag. Okay, I just select parallel. This is a step over percentage or step over distance. Okay. Come to the next, this is the entry motion, how it will be entry. And come to the next, in finishing, if you want to do any finishing for the passes, you will provide, or you can provide that. And lead in lead out, this is not necessary. I will tell you about this lead in lead out, why we actually use that. And depth cuts 1 mm. Okay, keep tool down, linking parameters die, and clearance as per your requirement. Okay, top of stock already you have did that facing operation, and depth. For depth we have to select the depth or choose the depth. Okay, and okay, so as you can see, this is our 2D toolpath. Okay, just let me show you how it cut the material. As you can see, as per our given depth of cut value, it will cut that material. Okay, let me show you in 3D motion. So for the 3D we have to go for this verify, and you have to just start on play, and you can see how the material will be cut. Okay, so coming to the next operations is our contour operation. So for the contouring we have to select the contour tool path. Here is the contour tool path, and by selecting chain, I have to select the channel for the contour operations. This is our chain. Okay, and after that you will get the same window. For the toolpath I have to select the contour, and I've selected the same tool, flat end mill 10 diameter, and go for the cut parameters. Here you have to define compensation direction on which side that will be go. Okay, and here is the stock to leave on walls, stock to leave on floors, and go to the depth cuts. Okay, control down, leading laid out. Here this leading laid out is needed. Okay, and if you need any multi passes, then you can also provide that. Come to the next in linking parameters. Okay, just provide the value and depth. Okay, just see, because we did the cut parameters the right, and okay, so you will get the control bar. So after that we will go for the next operations is our drill. So for the drill we have to select the drill 2D drill tool path. Okay, and by selecting this mask on arc we have to select just or find out the arc. Okay. After that just drag on that and drop, and by selecting the order you can define the order. Okay, same as it is. Go for the tool as per your diameter. If there are any availability, then it will be easily identified. You will get there are a lot of types of tool, and this is our drill. Okay, 10 diameter, that is availability of the 10 diameter drill tool. And go for the holder, select the holder, stock, non-edit, cut parameters, what type of cycle you want. I want if you want to pack drill, then just click on the pack drill and give the pack value. Okay, and go for the linking parameters. Active the clearance and retract, and go for the top of stock and depth. How much depth do you want? As you can see, this is our depth, so I just given that, and okay, this is my drill to path is generated. And so Now I will show you the whole operations in a 3D simulations window. Okay, just click on it and regenerate all toolpath and go for the verify. And here you can stop condition. You can apply the stop condition by choosing the operation change, and you can also give the curl loop by operations and just start it. Just a minute, I didn't. Okay, now start. So first facing operation is done. Next is our pocket operation. Okay, and next operation is contour. Here you can see that in information. Okay, and next operation is our drill. Okay. So this is it.
Thank you, Akash. So I hope all of you enjoyed the technical area as well. Okay. So uh, with this, I would like to have some question answer queries and information, whatever is shared, which anybody has got any doubt. So you can definitely come back with that doubt, and we'll explain you on that. So one of the student has just asked about whether this is which type of programming it is. Uh, so whether it is APT or manual part programming. So I just like to tell you that see, there is a evolution of CNC programming. Like initially it was NC code tape programming, where there were the only holes punched in and the programs were transferred. Where the even those days also some APT codes were also there, and over a period of time, like the controller manufacturers of the machines like Fanuc, Siemens, Heidenhain, those have come up with the new area of the NC codes, which are ISO based codes. Mazak has Metazatrol, Heidenhain has Heidenhain kind of a codes. So most of the codes are like this. Even some of the German machine, like the EMG machine, has got option of accepting APT codes as well. But the manual part programming can be used with the any format. Like you can type in the Fanuc program or Siemens program or Heidenhain program, but you have to mug up. You have to mug up the M codes and G codes, and then type in all that. So many of the like even our education system has got that a lot of misconception. Whenever we thought of teaching student the CNC programming or CAD CAM, the programming is being taught with the manual part programming. So what he is doing, he is making up certain G codes, M codes, and then trigonometry. There is a rectangle with the corner radius, there is one circle. So what is he doing? He is just calculating the coordinates and then adding the G code and M code, tool call, feeds, pendle start, feed start, coolant on. So all that mugged things has to be added, and type the trigonometrical coordinates xy, xy, xy. Is that really a CAD CAM or CNC programming? So we need to understand the technology is changing. There are very high-end machines are available, which are multitasking machines. So we need to understand the technology. So there are strategies, different strategies of billing. So high-speed machining, high efficiency machining is there. So in that, when you do different type of machining, like for core and cavity die and mold machining, there is a different strategies. For aerospace machining, there is a different. For 5 axis machining kind of a component aerospace, there is a different strategies. So we have to understand what and learn what is being used by the industry. If you go to the industry and say that, sir, I know manual part programming, or I know APD part programming, he says my machine will not work with that. My machine needs a CAD CAM program with maybe a thousands or 10,000 lines written on it. If a plate with 4 drills to be done, you can still do the manual part programming, which is type you can type in on the screen of the controller. But the requirement of today is of the complex parts, so we have to understand and work accordingly. I hope that solve your query. Anybody else has any other query? I'll just scroll down. That was a question by Shivakant. Uh, I hope I addressed your query. Uh, Actually, your institute also has got this software. Maybe a very limited number of licenses are available, one or two, uh, but it is available. You can use that for the programming. Here, somebody has asked, can we have, Rameshwar has asked, can we have virtual machining in Mastercam? Virtual machining is what? Actually, now because of the AR VR, there is a concept when you have that environment creation and simulation into the virtual world. So that is called this one, virtual. But actually, the simulation in this environment, and if you use that simulation using the VR gadgets, so that it will be a VR. Programs created by mastercam is compatible with types of CNC machine controllers. Yeah. Uh, Amit Pal Singh has asked this query. Uh, yes, I think I just explained a little bit about that. Like, it it's a CAD/CAM software is a generic. Mastercam is a generic software which can be programmed. There is a customizable post processor, machine controller, and there is a machine definition file, there is a control definition file, and there is a post processor. All this combination will generate a program. So that program uh, can be customized to compatible with Fanuc controller, Siemens controller, Heidenhain controller, Haas controller, almost every controller which accepts ISO codes. I hope that resolves your query. Balakrishna Yadav, please advise our CLG, sir, please. CLG, I could not make out from the CLG. If you can clarify CLG, Mr. Balakrishna Yadav. Yeah, if until that, I'll just address to Mr. Shivakant. Sir, can we have HTTP program on Mastercam at DIEMS Aurangabad for final engineering students? Yeah, that's possible. We'll have to just check the possibility available schedule, because this is a kind of a CSR activity we keep on doing in order to have a continuous interaction with the students, which we definitely like to interact with student, understand, and try to help them. But at the same time, our industrial engagements are too many. Like many times, we have to keep on supporting the important customer, as you have seen so many list of customers. But definitely, we'll take that as a request. You can send email request on nitin.mastercam, and we'll try to address that and accommodate accordingly. Aurangabad, actually, I served with Indo-German tool room for 9 years there. I was with the precision machining section, handling a complete precision machining section where all sort of CNC machines are there. Makino is there, Mazak is there, DMG machines are there. There are EDM machines are there. Of Edgy Chamis, YDM machines are there. CNC turning machines are there. So it's a kind of a good setup. When I was used to be there, we used to manufacture a very good die and mold, different highly precision inspection gauges for various good customers. So definitely would like to do that. There is no problem. And here I would like to express sincere thanks to the SAE Baha team, um, Professor Paude sir, HOD sir, as well as the director for arranging such kind of a program, which makes it possible to for students to understand new technological areas. The queries itself has shown that definitely the certain concepts and things need to be clarified at that level, because otherwise if you ask that question while going to an interview or while attending interview or maybe while doing a job, so that gives you a lot of this one. So it is better that we understand the technology at a right time. So even I think you can contact akash.mastercam at gmail.com. We also do some detailed training, like industrial training, wherein 1 minute. There is a complete each and every parameter with complete hands-on training, where we also provide you a software, demo software, which you will be able to install on your own computers. And there's a some 7-8 days program where you get all that information, because many a times 1 minute. So many times what happens, like some students feel that no, I'm thinking of going to design field, or maybe I'm thinking of going to CA field, but the parts which are being designed will finally get manufactured. So if you don't understand manufacturability, how the parts will get manufactured, whether it is manufacturable or not, doesn't matter how beautifully you are designed, but unless and until it is manufacturable, it's a waste of design. So one has to learn that concept at right time. If you learn that, maybe in future you will not need to learn that. So it's up to you, so to add the knowledge accordingly. Okay, the students who wish to apply for the certificate, there is it's optional. There is admin small charge of 50 rupees something. So they can visit www.deccantech.co.in and register on that this one a link. There is an option given. So once you do that, it will take maybe 7, 8, 10 days depending on this one to give you a e-certificate. It will be a PDF certificate which is shown almost on the screen. So we'll be doing that. Hope I think there are no more questions. So I would like to conclude. I'd like to thanks once again Mr. Sachin from who is head of this SAE team at DBATU LONERE. And I wish each one of you to keep on learning new things, learning new technologies. I wish you all the best for your career. Especially because of the COVID, you will have to have especially final year students will have a little bit of tough time. But definitely, if you do little bit of more research, more study on to certain areas where you want to pursue your career, and focus accordingly, and definitely you will be successful. So I wish you all the best. for your career. And thank you once again. Thank you very much.